like Walmart or whatever. I just was at the gas station, and I actually
I'm
didn't
just
want.
kidding.
I didn't want the powdered ones. I wanted. Remember the last time I got those like mini glazed ones? Those
Oh,
were
the
so
crunchy ones.
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't have the crunchy ones, but not just the mini. I love those mini. They're so freaking good. And we were killing those that one day I was here. But
Hey, man, being fat has its advantages. I know
flavored donuts.
I know you're not as fat as I am, but there are times I just enjoy it. I don't have to worry. I don't count carbs. I'm just like, you know what? That's a gigantic 4-pound cream puff. I'm going to eat it because I can. Because I'm not counting calories.
That
or
cinnamon fucking swirl, it's the size of a dinner
Oh,
plate.
dude.
Fuck it. Put that bitch in the microwave for 45 seconds and bring it over here.
The only problem with that is that there is a limit to everything. I can't eat that in one sitting or my stomach will just have a fit. But I can always save the rest of it for later.
Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Oh, great. Hi, everybody. So anyway, you want to hear a great story about, I took Friday off to go to a party.
Go ahead.
A great story?
Sure.
So, first of all, this Halloween party that this lady throws is absolutely insane.
I'm so jealous.
If you look up one there, I think it's on the Facebook thing. It's McNasty Manor. They have the tour you can go through with all the people that decorate for Halloween. She's one of them.
Okay.
She's got to have at least $150,000 worth of freaking decorations.
It's crazy.
Insane. Anyway, so she throws this big party. There's 2 parties every year, but one is for just friends and people she's close with, and then one is just for whoever, anybody that she's acquaintances with. But anyway, so we go to this party, and everybody we know is there, and everybody's having a couple drinks, and they're having fun or whatever. There's some people out in the backyard, and they're smoking their weed or whatever. No big deal. So we're probably there for about 2-3 hours, and then we're like, okay, I got to go to the bathroom. She's like, okay. So there's always a line for the bathroom. Obviously, it's a house party. Mm-hmm. So the bathroom's right at the top of the steps. So I'm standing right at the top steps because we're the next to go in. Chris is standing at the next step down. We went dressed as bacon and eggs, by the way. It was fucking hilarious. So anyway, this girl that we know comes up and she's like, oh. Chris is like, you're right. She's like, oh, the last couple of shots my husband gave me just didn't agree with me. And she's like, that or the weed I was smoking. And Chris is like, well, you're crossfaded. That's bad. And she's like, yeah, I just don't feel good. I need to get in there or whatever. So we're waiting, and all of a sudden I hear this chick, projectile vomits, hits Chris in the fucking face. Chris goes like this. It shoots off her, hits my arm, down my whole side. It was in my fucking pocket.
Damn! I'd never be right again. I'd be that guy in the corner going,
Needless to say, that ended our Halloween party.
Yes. Gallons of vomit will do that.
And it wasn't even gallons. It just, she did it just perfect to when it blasted off the side of Chris's head.
That's awful.
It hit her right here. It was in her hair, oh my God. So, yeah. So it's all down my arm. It's on my pants. It's in my fucking, in my pocket. That's what killed me. I went out and I got
Did you do the
shirt.
Ace Ventura thing?
So I'm like, no, it was in my front pants pocket.
Oh.
Right here. Because, when we went to the car for me to get another shirt, I went to get the keys out. And I'm
the keys were covered with...
And I'm like, oh. She's like, what? I said, that's it. We're going home. She's like, what? I said, it's in my pocket. She's like, oh, God. She's like, all right, let's leave. So we actually went in the bathroom and she stuck her head in the sink and washed herself off. I took my shirt off. I cleaned myself up as best I could. She washed her hair out. We get back to the house. She's like, I'm jumping in the shower. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take all this shit down and put it in the washing machine. Because our clothes are obviously got puke all over them. And everybody's pissed because this happened, right? Because everybody's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Did you do it in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
you better be handing her a bucket and a scrub brush.
So anyway, she's in the shower, and I'm picking up stuff to take to the thing, and I walk past the bathroom to go to the washing machine, and I can smell it. Because when she got in the shower and that hot water hit her hair, it just lit that smell up. I'm like...
It vaporized it.
Right? I'm like, what the fuck? So she's in there going, oh my God, I thought I got it all washed out. And I'm like, and her kid's home.
Is this a piece of pepperoni?
Yeah. So her kid's at home with her girlfriend. And she's like, why the fuck are you guys home so early? We're like, we got puked on. She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, we got puked. She's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah. So it was a fucking disaster. Pardon my French.
And before he started the story, really, I said, I'm so jealous. I never get puked on.
Yeah. When was the last time
even
you
in my
got thrown
drinking days, I never got puked on. I took out 15 people on a set of stairs, but I never got puked on. Oh my gosh!
I don't know.
Do you remember? All right, you're like a couple years older than me, so you were around.
So this is this chick's driveway.
Wow.
This is inside her house. That's the front yard. Look, there's like these full-size mannequins like this. There's probably 30 of them in this woman's house. Like, this is where he's building stuff to put stuff in her husband. Yeah, look, here's a few.
Damn.
It's insane.
It would have been great, puke-free.
Look at that. It's got the meat counter with all the different body parts and shit. It's insane. Like, her house is just crazy. They like literally had like the grill was open and they had this skeleton here this is like from 2 years ago, but the skeleton this year was standing at the grill with brains and like a stomach and shit sitting on the grill, and the skeleton sitting like he's cooking it up. It's just insane. But it's such a fun party. Like, everybody's so cool. Like, I don't know,
Except for the puking
thing. Yeah. Oh, boy. But then last night we found out somebody's like, they stayed after that happened and you guys left. And we were like, what the fucking fuck?
Well, she probably felt better after she blew chunks.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's our friend from the zombie walk.
Oh, she just got her little titty hanging out there, huh?
Yeah. Whatever. No, wait, that isn't her. That sure looks like her, though, doesn't it?
No, but I only met her once, and it was a week ago, and I have no memory.
That's not her.
Okay.
It looks like her. Same smile, same hair. Oh, look at that guy. That's an interesting looking. That's a gigantic deer. Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah,
Good
it's pretty
Lord.
big. Okay, so you went to a Halloween party and got blasted on.
Yep, and then last night we went to a onesie party, which was absolutely great. We had fun. Yeah, and now here we are.
Well, oh shit.
Oh shit! Why are you putting that on top of your computer?
So that happened.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any stories. My dad was in the hospital for a week, and he was in rehab for a week, so that's kind of been all I've done. What is that?
I don't know.
That was my laptop. Sorry, peeps.
I was like, what in the world? I thought I turned this off, but let me double check.
These damn news organizations and their websites, man. The pop-ups. This one just started playing a video.
That was...
And, of course, I can't get rid of the video. It pops up in different places. I'm telling you what, it's so frustrating. And then they bitch when people don't, we're not getting enough traffic. Well, get rid of the freaking ads.
Well, that's how they get paid.
Back in the day, they didn't have ads. What they had was all their content, and then they had one link of links.
Yes, good.
And if you paid them, they would put your link in that folder of links, and people would go there by choice.
Yes.
And then, because that's how I would, like, quote unquote, network.
Yes.
I would find websites, I would go to the links page and see what they were into. And now that's just, nope, it's in your face.
It's just boom.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of jealous because we never get invited anywhere.
Well, like I said, these are parties that you guys probably would not have enjoyed. They're more of the adult type stuff that you're not into.
But are those the only people to throw parties?
Yeah, probably not.
Well, there you go. Now, we did get invited a couple years ago to a guy I used to work with, a Gojo. And I guess his wife's relative throws these almost as elaborate parties.
Yeah.
And we went once, and everyone seemed to have a good time, but we never got invited again. So I don't know.
Well, these people here,
we try to be nice. We're not like mean people.
We didn't puke on anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't even get drunk.
No, because we didn't know we were allowed to bring alcohol.
But even if I can't drink anymore, so you can. But you're like a great drunk. When you're drunk, you're just happy go lucky.
I've told people I love them.
They're like, who are you again?
I don't know. I love you.
No, these are people I work with. It was the work party. He cut me off. That's the only time he ever cut me off drinking. Yeah, I was in
Because
the
I knew
bathroom.
better. She didn't love any of those
No,
people.
I was happy that he cut me off because I thought, wow. Well, that was the last year the company ever had a. Well, they quit having the.
That's it. She loved everyone so much. They're like, we're never doing this again.
We're done. We're done.
They quit having the adult Christmas party after that, but it was the same thing every year, and they started having it on Fridays after work because it was, I think it was cheaper.
Yeah.
But they had an open bar, and we sat right by the bar, and
Yeah. See, that's the other thing that we were talking about at work. Like, they do all these things where they, like, have little cookouts and they have the snow cone truck and all this. There was
Because
like,
it's cheaper than giving people money and
Well,
what they actually want.
what everybody said was like, why don't they just save all that money all year and have like a picnic? Everybody go to Cedar Point or whatever, and then have a picnic for everybody that works in the company, or have a nice Christmas party or something like that. Mm-hmm.
I will say this: I'm not defending them, but it is hard logistically when you have basically the place is
Yes.
open 24/7.
Well, and that's true too. But
well, we do. We have all that stuff, and we're open 24/7, so people just change their schedules if they want to go to the. We have picnics. We have a real nice kids' Christmas party. They get like Barbie dream houses out, and
well,
I know.
Those $1,000 plastic homes.
Oh, I went through the office last year, and the girls up there had all bought this stuff, and they were that all. I wanted it all. Ride on cars and everything.
crazy.
I wanted to talk about something. Oh shit! I'm still messing with the volume here, people. Give me a minute.
You wanted to talk about the SARTA bus.
What'd the SARTA bus do to you?
Well, we were behind one, and it was stopping at every stop.
Oh my god, that is hardly a topic. You know what?
You wanted to talk about what it said on the back.
Oh, what was that? Remind me.
Okay. So it had a picture of two guys, intimate, and that's okay.
Whatever.
And it said, give them everything. Expect syphilis. Wow.
So this SARTA bus is saying if you're in a gay relationship, you're getting syphilis?
He read it wrong. Because I'm sitting there and I'm saying, and it says, give them everything except syphilis. It was an ad for some drug screening something. But
It was a legitimate mistake. I literally thought it said expect syphilis. Like, damn.
Oh my God! Like some super right-wing Christian
Oh
church
my-
got a hold of a billboard. It was like, if you're gay, you're gonna get syphilis.
I was
I'm like, that was on a fucking SARTA bus. Are you kidding me?
That's what I
I'm like,
read it
what
to
the
her.
Hell?
I read it to her, and I'm like, damn, that's just fucking mean. And Sheila goes, except. And I went, oh.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got a pretty good. That's almost as good as the Farwood.
Farwood.
We were driving. We had to pick up. Jess was flying home for the weekend. This is when she lived in Wisconsin, and the plane somehow couldn't land in Cleveland. They got diverted to
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yes.
So you went the back way. Dude, listen, we used to go buy cars that way, dude. There was a guy, I think it's the same spin. Because it was a piece of plywood with spray paint, red spray paint. Farwood.
FAR wood. Yes. Good. Someone else saw it.
No, listen, we would go to Cranberry to buy cars with my brother all the time, and we would see it, and we would just be like, God damn, we thought we were fucking hillbillies.
We've been talking about that for 3-4 years now. Yeah,
Oh,
Farwood.
It's been longer than that.
And what sucks is I struggled with it. I'm looking at it going, Farwood.
What? Far? What
What
the hell
is-
is a far? I never heard of a far tree.
And it wasn't until she said it out loud that it clicked. She goes, Farwood. And I went, my dumbass. But yeah, so, if you live, what did the sign say again?
What sign?
Give everything
Oh,
Expect.
give them everything.
thing except,
Except.
Expect.
expect. Fucking dumbass. Give them everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Expect syphilis.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
now
We
when
have
people
great car trips.
Good Lord.
now if,
Especially with the guy that can't fucking read.
well, yeah, imagine now anybody who listens to this and then sees that fucking sign. they're immediately going to say, "Oh, expect syphilis." Every gay person's going to hate me because
now-
I can't read.
Listen, I did hear one time you were going hunting and you were driving down the highway and you seen a sign that said bear left, so you went home. He's like, no more bears. Fuck it, we're going home. Why hunt if the bear left?
Yeah. So, anyways, what was I going to talk about? Oh, I one of these days I would like to talk about some of the really cheap scooters that are coming over from China. You can buy on Amazon for like $1,200.
You mean like the little electric ones or the gas ones?
Well, they're both. The gas ones are like 125 cc, clear
Yeah.
up to 250 cc, and then they have sport bikes that look like sport bikes,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
got 250 cc engines.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of wish I had 12 or 13 of them. I do. I want the one that looks like a big cruiser just to see if it's comical or if we're going to be surprised. I want the one that looks like a sport bike for the same reasons.
Just to see what it's like.
Yeah, just to see if it's like, or if it's like, okay, I could ride this to work.
Well, I would say 250 cc's. You could probably ride that. It probably wouldn't be like super fast, but
No, it wouldn't be fast, but I bet you do 55.
I bet you it's more like 45. You're a big dude.
Yeah, okay. No, that's even more. It's even
We're
more
not little
reason.
people, Mark.
I know, but that's even more reason to get one. I just wish I had the money and/or the place to put them.
Yeah.
You know what I would do though. There's a guy in Pennsylvania, and I don't exactly know where. He has a YouTube channel called Bikers and Beards.
I think I've seen some of his stuff.
Yeah, he had a dealership. I say had because I think he got rid of the dealership, but he would buy bikes on auction and then sell them online. Like you could go
Yeah.
to his storeroom,
Right.
but everyone bought them online.
See, is he the guy that would buy these things that you're talking about and then unbox them and put them together and then yeah. I've seen a couple of his videos.
Yeah, he's actually what I like about him is he used to race. So
really?
when he talks racing, you know, and he's a little bit close to my age.
Right.
So I'm going to say we both learned that skill around the same time because,
Gotcha.
you know, things change over years. I've always wanted to get a hold of him and just talk shop, but I haven't done that yet. Of course, we haven't talked to Greg and Dana Newkirk either.
Yeah.
And he's literally in our backyard. But anyways, I always just wanted to have, you know, just buy those things, you know, the
Just to
little
check
dirt
it
bike.
out.
And,
Yeah.
But then I thought, you know, could you do it? Could you buy one as an investment, put it together, spend a day riding it, and then sell it?
Well, what you need to do is what you should do is if you're going to do that, you should do like he does. We should buy one through for the podcast, right? And then we would do like a nice review of what it is, how we both like it, whatever, and then we could sell it, get some of our money back, and then
I would try to sell for a profit because we assembled it
yeah.
and tested it. And it wouldn't have enough miles to matter as long as we didn't dump it.
Well, and that's the chance you're going to take though, because
Yeah.
we're testing it. We're testing it.
But I mean, they're all, yeah,
Like I don't mean to be.
250cc sport bike. We made this thing go 80 downhill.
We're going to see how far this thing will go on one wheel.
Yeah. And then it doesn't idle right after that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it would be a $1,500 investment. And if you could sell it for, say,
$1,200 or $1,300 after.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say if we bought it for 15, we could probably sell it for 16 or 17, make $100 profit, which it puts you in the plus, you know, and then we'd have the content on it. The question is will they sell? Will someone
Yeah.
drop $1,700 on
Exactly.
But you never know.
You just never know.
But I mean, I got the garage, and in the summertime, you know, I just don't see it. You have to make that initial investment, and then we
Right.
could lose our ass.
You could.
You could buy it for set 15, can't sell it for 17, end up selling it for
$500. or
Yeah,
$800
$500
bucks. But at the same time, like I don't know, like the one guy that I watch on YouTube, he actually has he started out as like a fishing channel, and now he's got his farm going on there, whatever. But he does that stuff. Like he'll buy different things just because he's got money now.
Yeah.
I mean, he needed to do some work on one of his properties. He's like, I don't know, I'm not going to pay the excavator guy. I'm just going to go buy one.
You know what we could do? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just thought of this. If let's say, for example, we bought those Jeeps that they sell at TSE,
Yeah.
right? And you know that they'll do 35, but will they do 35 with my fat ass in it?
I don't know. Like, and I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't know if you or I could drive one.
Or sit in it properly?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we
Yeah.
could sit in it and be able to drive because your knees are going to be about right here.
You'd be steering with your nuts.
Well, yeah. I'm a little. That's the only thing that.
But what if I bet you I could get Johnson to come over here and drive it around with something like that? Like, hey, come over and you can drive this little cart and give us your review. And Johnson is. He's a mad scientist. He's a genius. He's crazy, but he's a genius. He's also hilarious.
Well, see, there another guy watching YouTube actually did a review on one.
Yeah,
he lives in West Virginia, and they have property in West Virginia like with hills. And he's like, we're going to go see what this thing's made of. So like he's jumping it, trying to climb hills in it and stuff. Dude, it's absolutely freaking hilarious.
Does it do it?
You have to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to plug the guy's YouTube channel, but I'm going to. It's
I don't want to, but I'm going to.
Tyler Tube is the name, and he reviews stuff. Like he is like the quintessential West Virginia guy with the beard, just kind of nice and monotone. He doesn't really get excited about it. But he tests like all kinds of different like gadgets and shit from Amazon. But he happened to buy one, and it's like one of the first times I'd seen him actually laughing doing something. So I was like, all right, cool. But he got famous because he would just do reviews, and he didn't make a whole lot of money on it. He still had a square job, and then he did flex tape, and it exploded. He's got millions and millions of followers now.
Oh wow!
Like the other day, he did. This is so funny. He did every single flavor of Pringles. Like literally ordered them from Europe and everything to have shipped to his house. He must have had 30 different flavors, and he's eating them, and he did like a tier list. And he's eating this one. He's like, he takes about 3 bites and just goes. And I'm like, you don't like that one. But it's just so like it's just so funny, like his reaction. Like he bought one of those inflatable garages. Mm-hmm. He's had it for a year. He just did the 1-year review the other day.
I want one. There's like inflatable cabins.
Yeah, that's what this is, but it's a garage. But it's like it was super cool. Like he says the only issues that he's had with it was ventilation.
What? There's no ventilation?
Well, there's a fan that runs, but it runs 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So he says during the day it's fine because the sun's out, but at night it pulls all the moisture inside. So you put a timer on it so it only runs during the day.
Okay, I see what he's saying. Well, the reason I thought about it, now she'll never let me buy one. Never. But imagine if we would have been at the zombie walk and she had an inflatable, like, Bill. Yes, I know, he's got powdered sugar all over.
What?
He's just not very good with the powdered sugar. But imagine, her shit would have been nice and cool. Yeah, there you go.
It's a cocaine donut, I'm sorry.
That's a fat man's cocaine. But anyways, and they're huge, and you can buy them in white so the sun wouldn't affect her,
Yeah, the only problem is we have no place to plug it in.
Well, that's true.
If we had a place
but if it rains, we wouldn't care because we'd have our own little...
We'd be packed full of people.
Just like when we went to Geneva on the lake, that one chick had those pop-ups, but she had walls and stuff, and it was like its own little hut. Anyways, but they are like $2,000.
Yeah, I think the garage he had was like $3,500 or something.
Oh my, I don't think it's that much. I think they've gone down. Well, let's find out. But I do want one. I don't know where we'd put it. We'd only use it once a year, but I just want one.
Well, he uses his all the time. He keeps a lot of stuff in it.
Imagine a Halloween party if you can put that in your backyard. You'd have a whole nother... no, seriously, you'd have a whole nother house for the smokers to be in. Why isn't Amazon on here? Gosh damn it, I'm just trying to get all this.
There we go, inflatable garage. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he bought it off of here.
No, you're looking at the paint booths.
I just got garage.
Okay.
And his is...
Sorry, that's what I do when I'm bored. Okay, so I'm going to put in inflatable, there it is.
Dude, this isn't bad at all. $800.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think the ones I want are like 2,000 or 1,000, which is, it's expensive.
Well, his looks like this one.
Room.
And that's only $500.
Is it big enough for the hot tub?
Hell yeah, he's got a car in it.
Yeah.
It's a garage. It's a
You don't want an inflatable building to stay in Ohio the whole time. You'd have to inflate it, put the hot tub up, you know what I mean? Because the sun will dry it. I don't care what kind of material it's made out of.
This is the one he's got right here. I can tell by the arches. $1,638.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is gigantic.
Oh, that's like a whole house.
Yes. It's like it's $1,400, but it's like 3 garages. Now they have some of these, like this one is not so bad. This is only, you're right, it's only $800.
How would you keep that cool though? You would have to have like a stand-up air conditioner.
Not really,
with a hose
because
on
the whole way it stays inflated is the air goes through it. So you're constantly pumping in air from the ground.
No, it pumps up and it stays. The only time the pump runs is when it starts to lose pressure. It's got a gauge on it when it goes down.
Oh, I didn't know that. But even still, well, if you get a white one, it won't attract the heat. Yes, these are black. But if you get a white one, ooh, that sounds racist. I don't mean to be racist. We're not talking about people. We're not talking about people. Then it will reflect the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it in gray. Gray would work.
Yeah.
The beauty of gray. There you go. See, now that one's lit up.
That's pretty cool.
I know. There it is right there. See, now that's what I want. It's $1,000, which sucks, but I want one.
I just think they're super cool. Like I don't know.
I just think, imagine Dinah's Bake Shop in an inflatable building. People can come in, it'd be much cooler.
Your neighbors would hate you.
I'm talking about if we do like the Zombie Walker, events outside.
Yeah,
Everyone
sure.
else got a little tent. We got a whole freaking building.
But see, then we could use the building in your backyard
Yes.
to podcast.
Yes. Oh,
Shit. Better start a GoFundMe account.
do you think anybody would give us some money?
I don't know. Nobody.
Who says I have to buy a camera? I think I got $1,000. I bet you I could do it. The only question is how long will it last? Does it break easily?
Well, that's
Well,
what
he's-
you just said. I
he's
couldn't
had his
put a
for a
hot
year.
tub in it.
You could.
Well, he said I couldn't.
No, I'm just saying if we keep it up 24/7, it'll die quick. What I'm talking about is using it every once in a while. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't care what you spend your money on.
Well,
Well, no, I'm just saying. You've been saving for your camera if you want a building.
I
It
know.
ain't like we care about
What
the grass
camera
in the
are you
backyard.
saving for? You're saving for
Oh, you mean the weeds? We only
Yeah.
got 7 blades of grass. The rest of it's all crabgrass.
Yeah, that's about true.
Are you buying a new like a podcast
Look, this one's-
camera or what?
That was a Christmas present.
Yeah, but you said you're saving for a camera. What are you?
Just a regular video camera. I used to have, like, you remember the, I'm sorry, did you watch the Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Okay, that was all filmed on an old, when did I buy that, dear? Was it 2000?
That JVC that we had at the Christmas.
No, that came free out of a car.
Dude, that
don't
thing
know
works
any
great.
of us.
I used to have one. I
You
don't know
made
where I
that
went.
Christmas movie, what, 10?
That was 2012, but I started it in 2009, so it would have been 2009 that I bought that camera. Anyways, I got to tell the story. I think I've told this story. I had a nice Sony. Matter of fact, I still have it, but it's not HD,
Right.
so it doesn't look great. But I still have it. We actually videotaped a lot of the early YouTube Midnight Guild stuff on that camera. But when I made the Christmas movie, I was trying to showcase what I could do, and I'm just like, I need HD. This just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Too blurry. So I did a shit ton of research, like 4 months of research, and there was a YouTube channel that may still exist. I'm sorry, I do not remember the name. But what they do is they would get different cameras, and they just affixed the camera in a particular position, and they had a table, and it was genius. The table had a color wheel that spun.
Right.
It had a water fountain, it's little stuff, and then it had something else. And what you would do is you would look at these different things, and you would see how well the camera could make, like
Right.
the color wheel, was it blurred?
Yes.
And then you could not only see HD, but you could see it in real time how it dealt with
Actually
all
performs,
this,
right.
with all this stuff moving. And they had one, the Panasonic TM90, and I'm looking at it going, man, that's a really crystal clear image. So I sent him a message. I'm saying I'm in the market for a camera. I'm new at this. I have this much to spend. What do you recommend? And the first thing they said was, we recommend a Panasonic TM90. It's the best bang for the buck. Me and her went to, was it Sears? We went somewhere, and I think we went to Sears. And not only did they have one, but it was like $400. And I'm
Okay.
just like, bam. That camera just died last year. No, a year before last.
Wow.
It just died. And actually, it still works. It's just, it's starting to have problems.
Right.
But the entirety of
It's going to go 12 times. It's noon.
the everything that I videotaped for the Christmas movie was videotaped on that camera.
Right.
Most of the stuff that's on YouTube, I videotaped with that camera. And it's just been a brilliant camera. But it is old. It is outdated. And it is starting to fail.
Right.
It's burning up memory cards. The flap that protects the lens is broken.
Right.
So I started, well, it's time. I mean, the thing's over a decade old.
Right.
I think it's made its money.
Well, see here, this is like the one that you had and I had, but you had it at the Christmas thing. That's $129. That's a decent camera. That's a little JVC.
No, that's not JVC. Look, it doesn't say JVC
well,
anywhere.
It doesn't. But I'm only looking under J. I get.
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah.
So I started looking into it again, and there's two cameras that I want. One is made by Sony. The other one is the updated Panasonic. Both cameras are $1,400.
Well, the JVC one's $1,599.
Yeah. So,
but that's probably the same quality right there.
Now, before I know some people are going to get all butt hurt, their butts are swelling as we speak, and they're talking about mirrorless cameras are the way to go. There is a big difference between a mirrorless camera and a camcorder. A mirrorless camera is a little cheaper. It has a nicer image, but it doesn't work long term. If you run a mirrorless camera that looks like a snapshot camera or looks like a photograph camera, those overheat when you use them for about an hour or so. Camcorders are built and designed to run all day long, and I don't care what anyone says. On my level, I am not a professional. On my level, the camcorders look just as good. So I'm looking at camcorders, not mirrorless cameras. And
is that the one you're looking at right here?
No, that's JVC.
Nope, that's Panasonic.
Oh, no. That's ancient. Yeah, keep going. I think that's it right there.
Okay,
But
that's only $797.
That's got to be the next one up then. That's that's more amateur than I want to go. The next one up is way over 1,000. Not way over, but
be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
be here tomorrow.
Well, okay, I can buy that or I can buy this. What would you do?
I don't. Listen, man. I don't know.
I can buy the house that inflates for $800, or I can buy that camera for the exact same price.
Well, you know that like I'm trying to get stuff together to do, like have enough equipment to do podcasts on my own as well, like you do. But
20 by 16. That's the size. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
That's the size of this room that inflates. Look at that. Fuck. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking.
So I don't know. Like I've been looking at cameras and stuff too, but I haven't decided exactly what I want. You can set up like just an audio like thing to do podcasts with for next to nothing.
Yeah.
When you get into the video, the boards and stuff start getting expensive.
Well, that camera.
Watch out.
That camera right there was $200.
Yeah, I think I looked at what's that one called again?
It's called an Elgato.
Elgato.
Apparently, Elgato makes all kinds of stuff for YouTube and podcasts. Like that's almost what they specialize in.
Yeah. Well, I think the last time I looked this up, those actually were come down in price.
Yeah, they probably have. We bought them when they were still. My wife bought me that when it was still fairly newish.
Yeah.
I think they probably came up with a better version. The newer one is the same price, and then the old one kicks down. That's what happened with the Sony Action Cam.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you have the
$99.
Oh my God, they're dirt cheap now. Anyways, I feel so raped.
Wasn't that? But like you said, you bought yours. That's the 1080. Is yours a 1080?
Oh yeah.
Or is yours higher than that?
No, it's 1080.
Because this one's $149, and I think that must be a 4K, and this is only a 1080p. That
You see,
must
I
be
have
the
no
difference.
use for 4K. No one wants to see if I have a pimple developing. Nobody wants to. Nobody cares. I think the only reason everyone cares about 4K is because the industry kind of told us it's cool.
Yeah. Well,
I have this argument with people with movies. They say, "Oh, 3D's dead." Screw you. I'll take a 3D movie over 4K any day. 3D, the stuff comes out of the screen at you. 4K is just more resolution. Who cares?
it's just more lines.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't need to know if the actors have pink eye. I don't care. Just don't.
Well, I mean, if you watch,
I don't need to know if
now,
the actors has plugs or if that hair's natural. I don't need to know that.
If you watch a movie from the 80s now and then one from that's on one of those, you can really tell the difference when you see it now. But
that doesn't make the 80s movie bad.
no, it doesn't.
You just don't focus on how crystal clear shit is. You can still see the image.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just that's all it is they're cleaning things up, making it look a little better. Like TVs, like when I was looking to buy one a while back, it was talking about how many, lines it had in it and this, that, and the other thing. And it's to the point now where there's no way on the face of the planet any human being could tell the fucking difference.
Yeah.
But they keep putting more lines in there, to make it look better, make it better, so we can sell it for more money.
Yeah. And what sucks is the 3D movies that are really cool. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a great movie in 3D.
Is it?
It's really kick-ass. But nobody cares. 4K. And I'm thinking you guys got sucker punched, man. And really, I'm sorry, you did. You got sucker punched because 3D is so cool. Yes, you have to have the glasses, and it sucks that people wear glasses. I'm sorry about that. But if you're going to make me choose between 4K and 3D, I will choose 3D. Oh, that is what that is. That is a 3D projector. That is a 3D Blu-ray player. We got the glasses in there, and all those movies are all 3D movies. All the rest of my movies are in that bag on the floor. And that's for fun. We watch those for fun. I charge up the glasses, turn on my projector, and, dodging shit that's coming out of the screen at you.
Well, the new thing is the 3D stuff that you get on your, was it Oculus? Is that and it's 3D, and people are like, wow, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you. So, what's that called? Virtual reality.
Yeah.
Those helmets are so cool, but 3D so old. It's the same thing.
Right.
Whatever. People are stupid.
Well, listen, I think we've already determined that people are stupid.
But anyways.
I don't think we have to reiterate that.
But, excuse you.
Holy Jesus. Somebody wipe off the microphone.
Oh, that's what this is for.
It's got some donut on the...
Dude, now I want one. The only thing I need to do is find out how big it actually is. 20 by 16.5 by 12. I imagine 12 is the height.
20 foot high?
Is it 20 foot high?
Is it taller than it is wide? You should be able to tell by the picture.
Well, 16 by 12, if that's the size of it. There was a picture. It should have... Okay, there. So it's 16 feet wide, 11 foot tall, and 19 feet long.
Okay.
That's actually pretty fucking big.
That is pretty big.
And
well,
it's
what
only,
you need to do too
it's only
now,
$800.
But see, what you got to do now is you better get a hold of the township and make sure you're allowed to have one of those in your backyard.
Oh, I don't care about that. Nobody can see our backyard because of the trees.
Somebody will see it and be like,
but we're not going to have it up all the time. I'm telling you, if for $800, I need it to last. And if we have it up all the time, it'll either get damaged by a bird or a falling branch, or it'll get ruined by the sun.
Well, see, and that's the other thing. He's had his up for a year, and he said it's just as good as the day he bought it.
Well, I hope that'd be great if that's it. But I don't know the brand he bought.
I'd have to rewatch it, but tell you.
Yeah,
but
maybe he bought the Primo brand, and I'm looking at just the Chinese knockoff.
Well, see, and I don't know if he even bought it. I think this company sent it to him and said, hey, try this and make a video. And
well,
he's
yeah,
like,
if someone gives me one, I'll leave it up all year long. I'll put it right next to it. But I like your idea of putting a fucking podcast in it. We could do that even in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. You could probably put something there to keep it somewhat warm.
Well, yeah, it's insulated. It's got air in between the inside and outside. It's just like a Yeti cooler.
Hey, we podcast from a Yeti.
God, what a good idea.
Like, listen, like, even like if you don't buy one of those, dude, we could build one of them big friggin' Buckeye barns and put this shit in there.
Yeah, you say that, but the foundation alone is why I don't do it.
Yeah.
You have to have a good foundation. I don't have the equipment to rip up a huge chunk of my yard and then, building the barn or building the structure, I think would be the easiest part.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's so much. I could run electrical in it. I could probably watch a YouTube video and run. I was going to take the electrical right from my garage.
Oh, yeah.
But that's only like a quarter of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the money for all the raw materials. The cement alone.
Yeah. Well, the cement you could probably make yourself, but you just gotta rent one of those little spinny mixers and
Actually, nowadays they have. What they're doing now is they put the border and they just put the powder down and you just water the powder.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm sorry. It seems to be half and half. Half the people say it's not as strong, and other half say it's just as strong.
Right.
But I don't know, so I'd have to. But if you call any place to ask, they're like, "Oh no, it sucks. You got to have us do it."
Well, now, when I used to build pole barns, and we would do the concrete, like you put the pole on the concrete, the post. Mm-hmm. They dig the hole, and we just dumped the bag of Quickcrete in there. Mm-hmm. We didn't put no water with it. We just dumped it in there and came back 2-3 days later, and it was solid as a rock. Because it just sucks the moisture up from around it and gets hard. That sounded terrible.
But anyways, I want one. Now this here is twice the size.
And how much is it though?
It's a couple hundred. It's like $200 less, but it's gigantic. The only problem is you got to put these together.
Yeah, that's not a blow up.
It takes all day.
Yeah. But
anyways,
pretty
I have some decisions to make now. Because I can just see Dinah's Bake Shop. Oh, that's a cell phone. Yep. I can honestly, well, sometimes when cell phones get certain signals, the RF leaks into the cable.
I was going to say, good Lord, that was crazy. Yeah. See, that's doing it again over here.
Yep.
What
What was I saying?
Yeah,
I honestly see Dinah's Bake Shop and then people coming into this little hut. I think it just gives us a next level.
Yeah.
And it will be more comfortable. She don't have to worry about the sun melting her products.
Which didn't seem to bother anybody. They still bought everything.
Yeah, well, she downmarked a couple of things. She had these brownies. They had like decorative eyeballs on them because it was a zombie walk.
Yeah.
And the sun melted. It was just black dots. And she ended up selling them for half the price, but...
Oh, that was at the end of the show.
Yeah, but still, I think they would have sold.
I sold all the brownies.
You did, but
No,
the
I
one
only,
with the
I
green.
marked the dozen cookies down after the last Thriller dance. The
I thought-
brownies and the coffee cakes were gone by then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, the ones looked awful because the sun melted the.
Oh, they weren't too bad.
People ate them and said, tastes the same.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I sold a dozen cookies to a woman I work with who all the icing had melted and pooled in the bottom of because of the sun.
Where?
Angelina
The purple
Papapina.
ones?
Yeah, the purple ones.
Oh.
And she didn't mind. She said they tasted great, but I'm just like, yeah, well, decorative wise, the sun just melted them. But if we had this, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Well, it would have because they didn't have no electricity down there.
Damn it! I hate it when you have logic.
Somebody has to between us.
We could have asked because there were people
I
set
did
up.
ask.
Well, no, if you let me finish. There were people set up right next to the building, and there's always outlets on the outside of the building.
Well, yeah, I think they were already taken up
Oh,
yeah.
because I did ask if we could have any with electricity, and there weren't any left. I did ask all that.
Yeah,
So, well, I mean, then next year, if we do it and you have one, we have to make sure we go early and get one with electricity.
Well,
yeah,
it'll be debatable for next year. It was pretty sad.
it was sad, but I don't want to give up. I wish they would listen to me.
There was a lot of controversy on Facebook about the zombie
But
walk
here's the
this
problem
year.
with that. I know exactly what you're talking about. The controversy is just more finger pointing and negative reviews.
Yeah.
People saying it's sad, it's terrible, but they're not offering any suggestions. So when you just tear something down, those people are the first ones that'll cry like bitches when it goes away. But if you're only offering negativity, you shouldn't even do it. You don't know what you're doing.
Well-
Instead of saying, try this, or, I want to see what it looks like next year. I think they're going to get better, blah, blah, blah.
Well, some people did say that, and
Yeah.
I did.
And those are the positive
I did
ones.
offer for us to help and do anything,
Yeah.
and they didn't want it.
That's my problem with
So,
it. And that's
yes.
the same problem with the group that Chris was in and this new group is they want to stay in their little safe bubble,
Yes,
but they don't know what they're doing. When you have 6 children and 2 adults dancing to Thriller, there's nothing there worth watching. Sorry. You failed. Now, does that mean you stop doing it? No, you learn from it. But damn it, I'm right here. Okay, I have a band in St. Louis that is willing to play in this area, and I'm willing to bet they'll play for a couple of grand. And you have a Duncan Stadium right there. Wait till after dark, let them play, and you will get a shit ton of people there.
Well, they do have bands that play there that bring in big crowds, but I don't think they can afford it.
Well, that's when they need to ask for money. They need to do GoFundMes. But, I mean, you don't just give up or say we can't. You try.
Yeah. Like the one band that comes down there that just has huge crowds is New Wave Nation.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
that's-
really, really good. And
That's fine.
Chris knows all of them, but like she said, it's expensive to pay for them. I mean, they could go make money somewhere else, so they're not going to come there and do it for free.
That's true. That's true. You got to pay them. But
So you got to make sure you.
sometimes you have to, work to get the crowd. And once the crowd is there, then you're good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's put it this way. Let's forget about the band. That was just an idea that I think I
Yeah.
can pull off. Let's try that Thriller dance should have been done on the stage after dark with lighting and their stereo setup was awful.
Yeah.
I have better stereo setup. I have a DJ setup
Yeah.
that I would have brought for free if they would have asked or let me be involved. But they didn't. They just, no, you can be one of the dancers. Well, then you have a sucky
Well,
stereo
they probably
system.
said that if they knew there were only 6 people dancing.
Yeah. And that's probably why they wanted you to dance. 'cause they
And
only
here's
had
another
6
thing.
people
Here's another thing. Because they're a production company and not a dance studio, I say lose the dancing. Get actors to just act like zombies. Make it a zombie walk. Have the zombies gather on the someplace where they can hide and walk into it with eerie music. Why have the dancing? Everyone does the dancing. Be different. You're
Well, that
a production.
started- That
that's-
started years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody had a video.
I get
And
it.
Yeah.
When they first did it, that's all they did was people dressed like zombies and
Right.
walked.
So
They
why do
closed
we
up-
have to continue that when you have 6 children and 2 adults? Better just make them act like zombies and they can just walk like a crowd of zombies walking through and just be like a haunted hayride
zombie-esque.
or something.
Be zombie-esque.
Yes. That would have been cooler, especially if the makeup was done right. I'm just saying, just because everyone else does it doesn't mean you have to follow the herd. It's called zombie walk, not zombie dance. But anyways, no one cares about my opinion, so I'll just crawl back into my hole. But anyway, see, this is $1,000.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat looking one though.
It's the same one. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
one I've been looking at this whole time.
Well, I thought it was $7.99 that one you were looking at.
Somehow it jumped to $1,000. Maybe it's higher quality.
Because you looked at it twice.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like, oh, look, he's interested. Price gouging.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways. All right, well, we got 15 minutes, and there's something I want to talk about.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
All right, so everyone knows Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, I don't know him. Never met him. I know who he is. I don't know him.
So when he broke away from Black Sabbath, he got a little old guitarist from Quiet Riot called Randy Rhoads.
Yep.
And Randy Rhoads was amazing.
He was.
Changed things. Reinvented the other Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
Then he made the mistake of jumping into an airplane with a crazy person, and the crazy person killed him. So then Ozzy got, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if you want, I think he got Night Ranger's guitarist to fill in for the rest of that tour. And that guitarist got nothing but hate because people were expecting Randy Rhoads.
And he wasn't, right?
And he wasn't Randy Rhoads. I think this was also, like, I think they played a tour before anyone knew Randy Rhoads had died. I'm not 100%. After that, they got, I'm having a saliva issue here. They got a little old guitarist by the name of Jakey Lee.
Yep.
And he is my personal favorite Ozzy guitarist. I know Randy Rhoads is amazing. He's awesome. But there was something about Jakey Lee. He had an edge to him. He had a speed. Don't forget, I was into Slayer and bands like that.
Yes.
And Jake loved that fucking fast palm muting that just made the hairs in the back of my neck stand up. So I've been a Jakey Lee fan ever since. We're talking not Blizzard of Oz. What albums? Ultimate Sin and Bark at the Moon was the 2 albums that Jakey Lee was on. Well, let's see here. When was this? So October 18th. Sometime around October 18th, Jakey Lee, still alive, living in Vegas, was shot 3 times while walking his dog.
Wonderful.
He was walking his dog in Las Vegas, and whether he got caught in between something or someone was firing at him, they emptied the clip. I think he said something like 14 or 15 rounds. He managed to dodge all but 3. And it says here somewhere, bear with me, this is quote Jakey Lee, I could only dodge so many, I could only dodge so many, so one bullet, no comma, just, yeah. I can only dodge so many, so one bullet went through my forearm, one through my foot, and one in the back, which broke a rib and damaged one of my lungs. So, he also posted a picture of his dog, which managed to get out of this unscathed. He didn't get caught by a single bullet, which is wonderful.
Cute puppy.
I just wish they wouldn't, shot my favorite fucking guitarist. Whoever you are, I hope you die of cancer. So he posted on Facebook. It's a big, long post. I'm not going to read the whole thing. This website, this is Fox News. They did a pretty good job of kind of condensing it down and giving you the gist of it. But, yeah, so he's in recovery. He's doing well. He's obviously awake and tweeting. That's good. So they didn't manage to. They didn't kill him. October 15th at approximately. Oh, he was walking his dog at 2:42 a.m. Who walks their dog at 40? Maybe he was done with a show or something.
Who knows?
Huh?
What's that?
I don't walk the dog at 2:42 a.m.
You and Cujo used to walk to the store at 2.
Oh yeah, that's true. We
Well, in
used to go.
Vegas, you can do anything.
Right, it's open 24/7.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, remember that. 24-hour room service thing you want, Vegas.
Oh, God, I love it. On October 15th, 2024, at approximately 2:42 a.m., Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department officers responded to a shooting incident in the 11,000 block, Judas Priest, of Aurora Street. The statement reads, officers arrived and located male victim suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. The male was transported to the hospital. No arrests have been made at this time. This is an ongoing investigation. So yeah.
No idea if it was just a random act of violence.
Right, we don't know. But Lee played alongside Osborne as lead guitarist from 1982 to 85 and was featured on the Bark at the Moon and the Ultimate Sin albums before being replaced by Zakk Wylde. Around 2010, Osborne's wife Sharon Osbourne had reportedly contacted Lee about a possible reunion. Lee was also the member of a heavy metal band, Badlands, which I have every one of their albums, and formed a band, Red Dragon Cartel, which I have every one of their albums. And they're just as kick-ass today as they were back then. The only difference is Badlands, the lead vocalist, passed away, so that band won't be reforming. Which Red Dragon Cartel is the rest of the band, I think. I may be wrong on that one. I didn't actually look at the people involved. But this one kind of hit home because I always thought Jake E. Lee was absolutely amazing. And he did drop out of the scene for a long time, but he's back in it. And now he's full of holes. And I hope they catch the bastard. And I hope somebody urinates on him.
Well, alrighty then.
Don't shoot my favorite guitarists. Especially Jake E. Lee. He's one of the nicest people on the planet. He's not a douche by any stretch. Of course, actually, none of Ozzy's guitarists were douchebags. They were all great people. But, anyways, just thought I'd touch on that. I didn't spend near as much time as I thought talking about it. But
well, I mean, listen, I'd like to find out, like you said, is it just a random act of violence, or was somebody actually targeting him?
Well, I think he was the only one on the street. So either they just wanted to shoot someone, and here he come along, or someone thought Red Dragon Cartel. And maybe he was a little more than just a guitarist. Who knows?
Well, or it could be just some gang members trying to get initiated. They have to do some kind of crazy drive-by shit to be allowed in the gang.
Either that or some Randy Rhoads fan. Fuck you, you were better.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. But, yeah.
Yeah, he's not better. I mean, he's awesome, but he's not. I consider them the same, just in completely different worlds.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Jake E. Lee did... guitar solos, not like into songs, but like in between songs.
Yeah.
And they were fucking jaw-dropping. But so did Randy Rhoads. So,
yeah. But I mean,
so if
like I said, I'd like to know if it was just some random thing or if he was actually targeted.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. I'm just glad he's still going. I hope that the bullet doesn't weaken something and he can't play anymore,
Well, it said the one hit is one lung, so...
Yeah, and then the one went through his forearm. So which forearm?
Yeah.
Was it his picking forearm or was it his fucking fret forearm? Because bullets don't go through peacefully.
Well, absolutely.
They kind of tear shit up.
And depending if it was just standard bullets or hollow points or hydroshocks, you never know.
Right.
I need to stop wearing this bracelet on the podcast because I'm always playing with it like an idiot.
That's all right.
I look like a fidgeting fool.
We are fidgeting fools. But that's why we have a podcast, because we're not perfect. I mean, you don't need to be perfect to have a podcast.
That's true.
What do you think about that? I just said it right in your face.
Anyway.
Anyone else got anything? Dear?
No.
I'm good.
All right. Well, we can end this a little bit early.
I mean,
give people a chance to get back to work.
Unfortunately, it's been a boring weekend other than getting yacked on.
That's awful. I almost want to give you a hug.
Well,
and vomit washes off.
It did, and it just...
Did it sting? Was there a lot of stomach acid involved?
Yeah, it was bad. Oh, like I said, when she got in the shower and I walked by the bathroom, I could smell it when she stuck her head in the hot water. That tells you everything you need to know.
Oh. Was it feet or was it inches?
Oh, no, she was literally leaning on Chris like,
oh, she was leaning. Well, there you go. You've learned a lesson. Next time the drunk person wants to lean, just be like, and then let them fall.
But that's what we were saying. We were like, look, if you're going to puke, I get it, but go outside to the street. And if you are in a line like that and you're going to throw up,
find a trash can.
Well, turn the other way so you don't puke on people.
Right. Stick your head out a window. Just
whatever.
Even if you get woozy, just expect the worst and be like, you know what? I'll be right back. Let me go find a trash can.
Or like I said, walk out to the front and puke in the street.
Yeah. Nobody cares to run over puke,
Well,
depending on what you ate.
I was going to say, yeah. It was pretty much all booze.
No wonder she puked. You know, when I was drinking, I used to look forward
Oh, and
to
buffalo chicken dip.
that. Oh, damn.
Dude, the buffalo chicken dip was so goddamn good at this party.
Was it good the second time?
I don't know. I didn't get any in my mouth.
You got it everywhere else.
I just got it in my pocket.
Hey, you could save it for later.
Yeah. Jesus.
Pre-chew Charlie's is now on the go.
So we literally got home, and I went and I got the rubber gloves I use when I clean the bathroom. I'm like, whoosh. She goes, getting your stuff out of your pocket, are you? And I'm like, yep.
That's awful.
When you got to put a medical glove on to get your stuff out
yeah.
of your pocket, that's a bad fucking day.
And it was going so well.
It was going great. We were having a good time. Oh, boy.
I need to tell you this. I'm going to tell you it now just because I thought of it.
Uh-oh.
If you talk to Ricky and Luke again, make sure they understand that they're going to be sitting in that position going half a mile an hour for
Yeah.
like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
So just say, we appreciate you being there, but we want you to make sure if you think shit's going to get sore, there's really not much you can do
about it.
Yeah. You can stand up and then kind of walk the bike, but
Well, see, but like we would stop for 10 seconds here or there. That's when they can be,
yeah.
and then, you know what I mean? So that might be okay too. See, but like me,
Have you talked to that guy at the zombie walk?
No, I haven't talked to him.
You should keep in contact so we don't forget.
You mean the guy that's going to ride with us? Yeah. That's Chris's girlfriend's husband.
Okay, but is he confirmed?
Oh yeah, he's in.
Okay,
He's in.
so he's in. Cool. So now we got 4. That's good.
Like my
Me,
bike.
him, Kevin, and this guy, and maybe Aldbald.
Yeah. So my
Which
bike,
you
I can
guys-
put it in first gear and let the clutch on. It'll just.
I was just going to let gravity do it.
Mine just literally.
Yeah.
It'll idle with me.
Yeah, you'll have to get me a count because I need to fill out the registration for it
Like when?
by the 1st.
By the 1st, okay.
Yeah, and poor Navarre that we bailed on.
Oh,
I don't think they care if you go after. They're like, oh, if anybody's still interested.
one more. Oh my gosh, what happened? I don't understand that. Excuse me. When is the Creed concert?
22nd, the night before the parade.
Okay, well, isn't something happening soon, like next week or some shit?
No, we were on a 5 weekend with nothing to do.
Okay, for some reason I thought something was happening next week.
Oh, Trick or Treat is Sunday.
Okay, so trick or treat is
Trick or
Sunday.
Treat next Sunday.
Okay.
Not till 3, though.
You know what? Those donuts kind of made me a little nauseous.
Did they? Really?
I don't think my stomach likes the sweets.
Well, you ate enough of them.
I had like 3.
No.
3?
Oh, no.
In what fucking universe did you have 3?
Did I have? Then I had like 3
I
or
had
4.
about 6 or 7.
No.
Yes,
Listen,
you did.
rewind.
All right, I'll have to.
I'll watch it tomorrow morning. 'cause
Okay.
seems
I'm gonna
to-
say at least 5.
It seems to play at work pretty good, except
Okay.
I can't stand to hear myself talk, so I turned it off.
Oh my gosh. Get
But
over
anyway,
yourself.
no. Next weekend's Trick or Treat Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Okay, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop doing
Weekend
that.
after
Sorry.
that is the
God
first.
damn it.
Sorry.
Is the
What?
2nd of November. Nothing. The weekend.
I'm sorry,
after-
I couldn't hear you. My fat was closing my eardrums.
All right. Next weekend, Sunday is Trick or Treat. Weekend after that's nothing.
Nothing.
Weekend after that, if we want to go to the Navarre Parade, we can. That's Saturday night.
Are you going to that with us?
We had to see what's going on, but I planned on it. But there's so much stuff going on. I might have committed ourselves to DJ or something that night, but we will double check.
And then the weekend after that's the 16th. I don't think there's anything that weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we were pretty clear up until the Maslin Christmas Parade.
Okay.
I'm not
Which
sure.
I still have to figure out a way to get lights on a motorcycle without scratching the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to go. Maybe we can.
Yeah, we have to. I have to
Mark
figure out all
don't
kinds
want
of
to say
stuff.
anything. All he did was turn over.
I think I'm going to have to buy one of those car kits with the antlers and the nose. I think I'm going to have one of those kits because I'm thinking about putting the antlers on the mirrors, and then we could look like reindeer if we want. But I need to get them so I can see if there's a way to put them on a motorcycle that won't damage anything.
Too bad we gave that
Yeah.
one away. I had bought that one and nobody ever used it, and we gave it away to Goodwill a couple years ago.
I don't remember that at all.
I had bought it for Polly, and I never gave it to her.
Sorry.
anyway, and nobody bought it at the, I think, year we went to Hartville a couple years. Oh, no, the Maslin garage sale.
Yeah. That was both cool and pathetic.
The Massillon garage.
Oh,
sale.
we made a few $100
Yeah,
that day.
I know. And then we go to Hartville and don't make any fucking money
Right.
compared to what we sold. We're giving shit away for like $2.
It was
like
too many
$200
people at
drills, and they sold it
Hartville.
for $20.
Well, see, that's the thing about that Hartville thing, dude. There's so many people out there that
Yeah.
are
By the time they get to you, they're
wheeling and
exhausted.
dealing. Well, yeah, but I mean, the people there are selling stuff that they practically stole somewhere.
Yeah.
So they can sell it for next to nothing. So people like you that are trying to just get rid of household goods, you can't get anything.
Well, it was all stuff from the repo company, but it was all good stuff. Like, it all worked.
Yeah.
Like, I had a Milwaukee concrete drill. It's like a $200 drill. It worked perfect. It just had some scratches on it because it was used. I sold it for $20. And the guy's like, does it work? Like, there's an outlet on that building. Go find out. If it don't work, bring it back. Never saw him again.
Yeah.
So he went, oh, shit, this thing works for $20. And he probably turned around and sold it to a vendor. Hey, I
Yeah.
got this. I'll give it to you for $100.
Probably.
Whatever. At least I made my $20 off it.
See, we used to have a guy. I don't know if we ever discussed this. When I used to work at the strip club, there was a guy who used to come in. We called him Pimp Juice Johnny.
Yeah, you told him about that.
Listen, this guy would get anything. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He would find it, dude. It was just nuts. The stuff he would bring in there, tools, food. Like, we just got to the point where, like, dude, we want food. He's like, all right. He'd go steal whole ribeyes and we would cut it. Dude, it was insane.
Oh, I think, yeah, Steve knew somebody like that in Canton.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah,
we're
the
at.
crackheads. They
Yeah.
would go steal anything,
Yep.
and he'd buy it for like pennies on the dollar.
So you're supporting theft.
No, I didn't. Steve did.
Oh.
But yeah, he talked.
Well, we're going to kill this podcast right now. Talking about
telling
supporting
him
your
to
local fucking
bring, like,
crackheads.
Tylenol or Prilosec or something.
Yeah, well, you got to save money somehow. That shit's so
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Johnny's got his life turned around. Last time I seen him, he was straight and narrow.
He
in
was
the
selling
program.
he was stealing
No,
different
he's-
shit.
He was on the straight and narrow. He wasn't doing any crack anymore, and he was being a good guy.
Okay, that's good.
He got his life back.
Well, shout out to Johnny, the crackhead.
Pimp Juice Johnny. We still call him Pimp Juice Johnny. He sold so much cologne out of the trunk of his fucking car, dude. We just called him Pimp Juice.
All right, then.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Thanks for listening, peeps. See you next week.
Bye.